Hey everyone, welcome back to another Drive to 5 video. Today, we're taking a look at the Polestar 3. We're at our Polestar space in Portland, Oregon. The 3 has arrived. Customer delivery should start before the end of this year. So let's take a look at the Polestar 3 together and see what it's all about. Join us. Okay, what Polestar 3 are we looking at here? This is the launch edition, and it has just about every package you could add to it. So it's got the Pilot Pack, the Plus Pack, the big wheels, and the Performance. Yeah, there it is. So Launch Edition comes with all these 3 packs for a MSRP of $86,300. Let's now walk around the car, look at some of the details together. Okay, the exterior of this Polestar 3. We'll start at the front here. Really cool detailing in the headlights. You have these little modules here with incredible detail in them. Headlight right there. Parking sensors up front. And you have Polestar's Smart Zone sensor cluster. Don't know how I feel about them printing that advertising marketing right on there, but it's there in all of its goodness. I wonder if these lines actually do something or if they're purely a design and marketing thing. Here you get a view of the what is this, front spoiler? Arrow, right? Air's coming over the hood, passing through here. Makes for an interesting, visually interesting aspect of the design. So this is riding on the big wheels here. A 1, 2, 3, 4 spoke design. Yellow calipers, really strong lines right here on the hood. From the driver's seat, you can't see much of the hood, but I do see just a little bit on either side. These really pronounced haunches and crisp lines on the hood. Okay, take a look at the mirror housing. Camera right here. Turn signal indicator in the mirror. These door handles here deploy out when Polestar 3 is unlocked, and I think they're mechanical. Maybe not. Maybe they're electronic. Let's see. I think they're actually electronic versus an actual manual connection, mechanical rather, connection between pulling this and the door. But super quick. You pull it, it opens, no problem. And when the car is locked, they are flush with the body. Maybe. Okay, I figured it out. Polestar 3 key card, this is the spot where you tap it to, and you see that they deploy back into the body. Super sleek when in motion or when locked, and presented with some lights coming down when they're deployed, front and rear. All right, you got the Polestar 3 signature little sticker here, which tells you how big the battery is. And what is this one? The power output of the motor? Motors, plural. I got to figure out what that is. While we're down here, another good view of the wheel. That's kind of fun. With the Performance Pack, which brings all this gold into play. The valve stems are gold too. Love to see that attention to detail. Polestar 3 has air suspension and active suspension. We'll show you that in action. Katie's running from the camera in a little bit. Take a look at this view here. This gives me a Bolt EV vibe, Chevy Bolt with a B in this tail lamp area. What do you think? Let me know. All right, Bolt EUV. Maybe you can see how Polestar 3 was giving me in the back area here, Bolt EUV vibes. This is striking the resemblance. Let's check out the detailing in The rear lighting, rear tail light. So lots of cool lines going on there. Very C crescent shape there. LED light pipe going all along the back and wrapping around. It's interesting because Polestar 2 has it reversed, right? It goes like that versus Polestar 3 is like that. Rear wiper, kick to activate tailgate, just like on Polestar 2. Okay, we got a metal, what is this? Call it Katie, I don't know. Not a kick plate. Kick plate would be in the door.
No clue.
Metal sill, if you will, here. And then check this out. So in the back here, I think this is an ad cost option, not included with everyone, but this area back here, you can do some fun things with it. So you can have it in this position. I imagine this would be great for grocery bags, putting them in this sizable well here. It goes about up to my, a little bit before my elbow. Put grocery bags in here. They're not flying around in the cargo area back here. Tie downs. This can also go full back like that. You have a little more storage under here. A small area with a little cargo net to stash some things. Here we got the license plate front frame or mounting frame. Roller cargo shade. Ba-ba-da-da. Lost it. How does that lock in here? Let's see. Ah, so you kind of angle it up to lock it into place. Like, see, push past the point and get it in that groove there, and then it stays in place. So it comes out, slants down. Very interesting. And then because this has an air suspension, you can go ahead and lower it down if you want a lower load-in height for cargo. It dropped really quick. Now it's slammed in the back. Maintained the same ride height in the front here. Matte black cladding and surround going up onto the doors as well with a nice chrome accent strip right there. Go ahead and close the hatch. You could also lock it here if you wanted. Super responsive. Okay, Katie, could you actually come here and raise the air suspension back up? Ah, it's raising up on its own. That's a cool feature. Okay, great. So we closed the hatch. It raised back up. So interesting design detail here. This is on both sides. Well, of course it is, but what is it for? Is it for aero? Is it just to be visually interesting? Let me know if you know what it is. No light, no active aero going on here, but a design element nonetheless that is not on Polestar 2, that is on Polestar 3. Lots of active aero treatments going on. So you have this rear spoiler where air is actually passing through it, off the roof, and off the car. Treatments like this, I can only imagine, are for aero, so I bet that would also be for aero too. View down the side of Polestar 3, again, very much Bolt, Chevy Bolt vibes here. All right, that's the exterior. Can't forget the charge port door. It's a manual charge port door. Would have liked to see that be power. Little light here, CCS.
They've made it very gas-esque with the placement and
manual operation.
Manual opening, yeah.
Yeah, right. I think people here probably like to see, especially at this price point. Power operated. Polestar 2 is manual operated charge port on the same side. So they're keeping that going forward with the design language. All right, let's get in, take a look at the interior. And while we're here, look at the family DNA. It's strong. So you got the Thor's hammer-esque signature in the headlights of 2, and with 3 they carry over. This little bow tie looking thing, design element on the 3, you also see it on the 2. I guess it's way easier to see on this Polestar 2. So the family DNA between these two products is strong, and hey, that's a good thing. All the way down to the frameless mirror design, right? Where the whole mirror moves versus the glass moving within the mirror housing. Also should note that this right here, these pieces are black plastic, gloss black plastic. I really wish more automakers would go the way of Tesla, because you see these get really beat up and scratched up. It's awesome that on Tesla product, these are glass and they don't look like crap on a brand new vehicle with just light use. All right, now we're inside. All right, we're seated inside the Polestar 2. Let's take a look around the interior. So you're noticing some subtle ambient lighting here, branded ambient lighting, not Polestar, no, Bowers and Wilkins, which is just kind of interesting here because this
It is very branded.
right, they're very proud of the Bowers and Wilkins audio, the tweeter on top, but there's no speaker like right here where this Bowers and Wilkins branded ambient lighting is. Looks cool, very nice, very subtle, but just an interesting detail to pick up on, and that extends all the way across the cabin here and also extends to the rear. So you're seeing a little gold seatbelt action back there. That's from the performance pack. Look at that. I love it. Some people hate it.
It's fun.
Right? But glad you can add it on. All right. So the steering wheel of the Polestar, it's not a very squishy wheel. It's a very firm wheel. Feels great in the hands. This opening here too is super large, such that you have no problem seeing the driver display behind you. So smaller display than you get in Polestar 2. And then you have this big, what is this? Portrait orientation screen here. Polestar 2 also has a portrait orientation, albeit smaller. Polestar 4 has it in landscape. So pre-production software, we won't dive too much into this. Looking forward to it being production ready when these cars get in the hands of customers. So we may chat about this a little bit later. All right, check it out here. We have some beautiful open pore wood. Man, the lighting in the parking garage is not capturing the beauty of this. Hey, that's a little bit better. Yeah. So some black open pore wood. The interior here is really stunning in the contrast and varied use of materials too. So you have this lighter portion of the door panel here, goes darker where your feet may be. Some gloss black piano plastic where Katie is resting her hand. And then this right here is like a very subtle fabric, textile, if you will. And then this can be best described as like a wetsuit, Polestar's wetsuit material, extending all the way up and around on the dash here. This material right here seems to be very similar to that in the base interior of Polestar 2. If you've ever sat in there, in those seats with that base level interior, seems like they're drawing inspiration from that. Speaker grills are brilliant and beautiful. They're metal, and you can see them throughout the cabin. Tweeter on top. Of course, you got a heads-up display in Polestar 2, which you can actually see on camera. My God. Very nice. Yeah?
Got a nice large spot for a purse down here.
Yeah, so
or anything you'd like.
Floating center console design. A little accordion style something here, right? That's very interesting. Kind of awkward to get at. Like my arm right now, if you look at my arm, right, to reach to that, it's hitting the center console and it doesn't. Okay. You got 2 USB-C ports though down here for charging phones.
Very dark.
Very dark.
Hard to see, but
I
they're
know,
there.
right? And then
There it is.
and then a wireless phone heater right here, right below this display.
Wireless phone heater.
That's what some people call them in the industry.
That's good.
Wireless phone charger, and then Polestar's signature volume knob and play pause button. Really cool 3D effect. The play and the pause are actually like there's dimensionality to them in the 1 terabyte iPhone. Apparently no storage, 70 gigs left. So we're on Katie's phone now.
Mics are not working.
Yeah. She's got USB-C. I've got Lightning. So no mics. You get the internal iPhone 15 mics. Apple, are they studio quality? Did we brand them as that? I don't know.
Low budget outtakes here.
Yeah, low budget. So you do have stitching on the wheel. Wow, this quality's off. All right, back of the wheel here. You got this detail at the very top. And then kind of this chrome surround going all the way back, tracing around. And then gloss black plastic, right? So these controls here are contextual. So let's see.
There's also right and left controls, contrary to what it looks like.
Yeah, left, right, up, down. And we'll find an example here which shows how they change with context. It does the same thing that Toyota did back in the day with the Prius, where you could hover over the different spots on the wheel, and you could tell what you were going to press on the display before actually pressing it down and confirming your selection. So we'll find an example of that in a moment. You got stitching, black stitching all the way around, all the way around the wheel. Words are hard today. A fairly deep storage cubby there. Gloss black piano. Words are hard. Piano, black, fingerprint, plastic, all around. Get a load of this though. This is super crazy. So in Tesla Model 3 and Y product, the emergency release to open the door is right here, right? And of course the buttons right here. But that is how you open the door from the inside on Polestar 3. Wild, absolutely wild. This does not pass through. You can grab one right here. You can put some stuff in here. Really wide side door pockets on Polestar 3. I love that. Not a lot of height here for water bottles. So like, let's take this Earth Day Tesla water bottle and see if it will fit. Oh, okay. So it goes up a little bit here, but anything much larger won't work out. And that's at an angle there, so it won't go flying around in the door pocket. There are those beautiful Bowers & Wilkins speaker grills again. Super solid door thunk.
Nice rubberized texture in the door pockets too.
Yeah. Rubberized mat or actual floor in there.
So things aren't sliding around easily.
Yeah, that's actually, it's not a mat. Or maybe it is a mat. Yeah, it is a mat. So the idea is that you can take that rubber mat out, wash it out if something did get in there. Window switches here. Oh my goodness, they're doing things with the window switches. We don't have rear switches. So let's see here how this works. I think I need to put the key card there to truly turn the car on. Yep, okay. So window, up, down. How do we do the back ones? Ah, very interesting. Okay, notice if I push right here, it's very subtle, but the backlight changes from these two being lit, meaning front windows is what these switches are going to control, to the back window. So now the back windows go down. Pretty neat. Glass roof here, kind of a cool detail. Look at that pulsating Polestar logo. Where's that projecting from? I don't know. But it's there, pulsating in the glass like that. Right? Pretty wild. Let's take a look at the mirrors. So you got a nice little clip here to hold a parking garage ticket, if you will. Lights on the other side, very Tesla right here with the lights on the side, and a nice little fade-in animation. You also have your garage parking ticket holder up here. In Polestar 2, when the mother-in-law got hers, we're like, what is this? They messed up from the factory. But no, we so learned that that is intentional. If you want to put a parking garage ticket or what have you, you can put it there. Beyond this wetsuit material that carries from the top of the door onto the dash is a fabric. There you go. There's the detail that we wanted. To move the steering wheel, you do that from the center touchscreen. And great, here's the example of the context-sensitive pads here. So we're going to say, let's move the steering wheel. Okay, and now it's saying that those buttons are going to make the movement in, out, left, right for us. And you'll see here, if I get back to that, so just like Tesla, it times out if you don't actually make the adjustments to the wheel, the mirrors, what have you. So you see, as I just lightly hover over on the wheel, the button, it highlights in dark gray, and then if I push down, it turns orange to show my selection. So I just moved it down. Now we're moving the wheel up. So you hold. Orange means the selection's confirmed. So now we're sucking the wheel back in, putting it back out. And again, it's like this touch tracing. No backlights on these controls here. That would have been nice to have a sense of like the way that these are depicted in the driver display here. I would have loved to see those arrows and such actually on this pad here with a backlight on them. All right, we already got backlights for days here, so why not go all in and extend it to the wheel? Same thing with the mirrors. Very modern automaker thing here. No regular switch controls to adjust mirrors. You do it through the center screen here. And it's kind of funny that all these adjustments, you're always doing it with this right control pad here. And in this driver display here, depending on what you're adjusting, it changes the icon to let you know that right there. Great. Okay. Hold that if you would, please. Little timbre door, gloss black plastic. If you want to cover up the cup holders, thank goodness there's many cup holders in Polestar 3 to hold all your drinks, unlike Polestar 2 with the one, and you had to deploy the center armrest in order to get at that second cup holder. Some nice stitching at play on the center armrest. Stitching also on the door. It kind of just blends in, not being a contrast stitching in a different color. So there's lots of stitching happening around the interior, but it's not in a different color. So it kind of goes unnoticed to the untrained eye. So steering wheel, black stitching. Up here, black material with black stitching, but super solid. Okay, let's go to the back. And here are your stalks for turn signal, wipers, and moving the vehicle into gear. And you push for park. Kind of a nice sound. There's that Polestar signature reverse sound. Put it into drive now. Put it into park. All right. Polestar 2 360-degree camera view also did this distortion like this. So you see, we're not too close to that Polestar 2 here, but some wicked camera distortion. We're in Polestar 3. What I'm saying is Polestar 2 does the same thing. Well, right, this can be expected, same automaker, but right, would love to see an improvement in that in the future, whether it's hardware or software. to change the direction of airflow. It's manual. You move it around.
It's got a lot more give to it than the average one, though. I mean, the fact that you can take it in a circle.
Yeah.
Other ones are like left, right, up, down.
Ah.
Not circular.
Oh, yeah, you truly, yeah, I see what you mean.
Get it going any direction you want.
Fascinating. You're right. And then how
It's
do we
kinda
turn
cool.
it off? We go full left or right to turn it off? I think we go full.
I don't want to break it.
Yeah, be gentle.
Neither way.
Some nice
really,
chrome detailing on this too, to kind of catch the light and dry your eye. That this is where you grab to control the air.
I have not figured out how to turn it off yet.
Yeah, similar experience to Polestar 2 in the software for controlling the temperature here. Up, down, same icon to sync the two airs. Cooled seats in Polestar 3. It's ripping on a 3. I can hear it. You probably can't on camera, but love to see a cooled seat. And you can turn the air vents off individually. So actually, here is where you turn them off. I don't think you can actually turn them off from this. So I still feel air coming out when I go full right or full left, then full right. So if you want to turn them off, you got to do it from the touchscreen. Very good. Very good. Fan speed also controlled through the touchscreen.
Beautiful visual.
Yeah, that was a cool animation there, right? Look at that. Nice. Very cool. So this software is all powered by Android Automotive OS, which is great stuff. Native software is the way to go for a vehicle. This screen, it's got bezels surrounding it, but it's totally acceptable, I'd say, for a display in a vehicle these days. Black surround. Very cool. Welcome to the back seat of the Polestar 2. So this isn't my perfect driving position. It's a good enough driving position. It's not totally dialed in, but I got a fist and an eighth maybe with my knees and the seat back. We have, man, so hard to see back here, but yeah, that's better. Door pockets, both driver and passenger. Window deploy. Look at that big window switch. Goes all the way down, should be noted. So materials quality from the front is also carried to the rear. It's the same. So you love to see it. A lot of times material quality will decrease when you go to the rear of the vehicle. Not the case here in Polestar 2. Polestar 3. We're in a Polestar 3. My God.
If you're 5'2", you'll have no problem with space back here.
Yeah, you got one fist, two fists, and an eighth.
And an eighth. It's your favorite measurement.
Yeah, kinda. Split your fist into eighths. See how it looks. Okay, back here in the rear, you have control of the climate for the rear passengers with small air vents. These ones do not move in a circle like the front did. Right, it's very much up, down, left, right. This screen here, though, all it's doing is temperature for you, right? And then you got your heated seats, 3 levels, and this isn't like a full color LCD. It is just depicting temperature, older technology, if you will, right? You see that is just made up of little pieces and parts like gas station numbers, right? Everybody can relate to that. Do you understand that?
No.
Okay, Katie would call it like an alarm clock. Yeah, that's a better way to describe it. Or I can just stop at saying it's not a LCD. It's just displaying a temperature readout. It's not a display. Okay, very good. So looking at the foot room under the seat. So my shoe takes up the full vertical height between the floor and the bottom of the seat, if you will. Kind of the same for you.
That's some space.
Yeah. Yeah, I can wiggle them a little bit. Pulling down the center, we got deployable cup holders and a super soft padded armrest with just beautiful detailing in it. Appreciate that. And then the big glass roof above your head. No, can I say it? No, oh
No.
shit handles.
On the internet.
No.
You can't say that on the internet.
No handles to grab
No.
onto.
Oh shoot handles.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to put it. No oh shoot handles. But where was I going with that? But I'm looking at this. I'm like, what is this hook here for?
Close.
Right,
suit jacket.
because you don't have it in the oh shoot handle. So instead they give you a hook right here. At first I thought, is there something that you can pull up like a rear privacy screen? But no.
Can't say that's the most convenient angle for hanging something, because then the hanger would want to go this way. But...
yeah. Right, speakers in the headliner. There. And here you don't get metal speaker grills in the back, just plastic. Actually, not in the back. You don't get metal speaker grills in the headliner. They're matching the black. They're blending in.
If you have sensory issues, don't touch this.
Don't. It's okay. Okay. Height adjustable seatbelts for the front passengers. Same door release in the rear as in the front. Kind of a chrome pool there. Yeah, this is the exact same style and intent as in Tesla Model 3 and Y. In the front, little chrome detail here on the window switch. All right, let's go back to the front.
So,
yes,
front seats have quite a few different segments, which honestly makes it super comfortable. And with that, you've got a fun little button here.
Oh, yeah.
You click this button, see what happens on the screen.
Yes.
Either adjust it or massage.
I gotta come into the other side now.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. All right, so before you do that on the touchscreen, let me zoom in on this button again. Let me just make sure the door. So yeah, to adjust the seats, this is the controller, and then you adjust different parts of the seat. You cycle through them by pressing this center button.
There's a lever here.
For the thigh cushion.
Yep.
Yeah, extending thigh cushion. Boom. Nice that the direction it wants to go is out, right? So if you pull the lever, it just kind of wants to deploy automatically. Put that back in. Polestar, and kind of the theming of putting vehicle details like battery size on the side of the car, and the smart sensor suite on the front. On the seats, they're giving you little details about the sustainable nature of it. So beautiful seat. That pattern that you saw on the center armrest extends to this portion of the seat. In this particular model, the bolsters are adjustable. Again, lots of stitching. It's not contrast stitching, but just lots of intentional stitching throughout that kind of blends in. Perforated. Seats are heated and vented. Yeah, seats are super comfy in this. Yep, so we'll come back here, we'll shut the door, we'll push the button. So yeah.
Got wave, tread, combined, lower back, shoulders, speeds, intensities, start. You're getting shoulders.
Oh, massage program will run for 20 minutes is what that said.
That's pretty nice too. I prefer lower back.
Okay.
Personally.
Yeah, I would liken it to, you're getting a what is this? A manicure?
Yeah, a pedicure.
You're getting a pedicure, you're getting a manicure. What you get in the seat, getting one of those is what this feels like, wouldn't you say?
I'd agree. Yeah, the massage seats.
Yeah, I haven't experienced too many massage seats in my life, so.
It does a little bit less of the like rolling and pounding on your back where you're,
Yeah.
when you're getting a pedicure, but also you're driving, so.
Yeah, right. And I would just wonder, we should someday get in a massaging seat from like a Mercedes of the world and see if this is the same. If this is this what everybody gets?
I would say this is the same as the Cadillac massage seats that I've tried.
Okay, I don't even remember the lyrics.
I really like the Cadillac.
Well, did the Lyric have massaging seats? It did. The Lyric did have massaging.
Yes, but I've tried some of the Cadillac massaging seats. I'd say they're very similar.
Okay, very good. So massage, you can summon the massage by pushing that side button in and then tapping on the massage tab. So I'm gonna stop the massage for now. And the default, when you push that center button in the seat controller, it brings up the adjust menu. And you see here it says 1 of 3. So right now we're doing basic seat adjustments. And it highlights the portion of the seat that is going to get adjusted. So check it out here. Go from basic adjustments to tilt and lumbar support to adjustable side bolsters.
And you're turning that knob?
Now I'm just pushing,
just pushing
it in to cycle through.
So what are these?
And now it's saying move it in all the directions, right? So you can move it forward, back, down, up, and then you can actually turn it for the seat back. So turning it adjusts the seat back angle, and pushing it in up, down, left, right adjusts the well, exactly that. Okay, tilt. Turning the knob here adjusts the angle of the seat bottom. And then, let's see, pushing it forward and back now adjusts the lumbar. And up and down adjusts where the lumbar lies. Okay, third one is the adjustable side bolsters, and here you just turn the knob to squeeze them in or let them out. Very good.
Another thing here is that the glove box does not have a physical handle. You have to push the button on the screen to open it, kind of similar to Tesla.
Yeah, boom. All right, so we'll go to the home screen here. Again, pre-production software, but very similar. If you've been in a vehicle with Android Automotive, you get the goodness that comes from Google Maps. And when you're on a road trip, it does route planning for you. Very good. There's no signal in this garage that we're in right now, so certain things aren't going to show up. Here's your cameras. Again, you can look at the front camera and the rear camera. And then that 3D view. We already talked about that. There's the controls for rear auto brake. You can tap to bring controls up or dismiss them. And we can rotate it. Look at how small it is compared to these giant pillars and Polestar 2s next to us. All right. So that's where notifications live, in this drawer. So I just pulled down that to get to notifications. Okay. Button for the hazards, redundant to a physical button up top. Vehicle controls here. So very similar to Polestar 2. Quick access to commonly used functions here. Trunk, adjust the stuff. Lights, rain sensing wipers. Here's the stock for that. And then the glove box. You got air controls, always persistent down here. If you tap the temperature for either driver or passenger, you get access to heated seat and steering wheel, ventilation and temperature. Tapping the fan brings up the climate menu where you can turn on or off individual air vents, change the direction of the airflow. Also, that's pretty cool. You can keep climate on. Cool.
They recommend not leaving pets in the house.
Yeah, no dog
not
mode.
dog mode.
What the heck, everyone? Everybody needs dog mode around here.
But it does stay active until max. What is max running time, though? It doesn't say.
Max running time is reached. What the heck? Yeah, what is the max running time, right? Air quality situation here. Look at that Matrix style. Wouldn't it be cool if the glass roof did that? Inside is good. Kumbaya. All right. And you got to adjust the fan speed by coming here and then tapping here. All right, 2 different views to your home screen. You have one where the map is this size with 2 cards down here, and then you have one where the map is bigger and just recently accessed functions down here. Okay, let's look at the front trunk storage in Polestar 2. You got a little sill plate right here, no backlighting in it. So let's open the front trunk. Just one pull will do it. And Katie, open the front trunk. So
a latch over.
Yeah, you gotta.
Here.
Let's look at that latch. So you push it. Oh, yeah, you pull it away from you, and then you pull up, and that's hard. And behold, your front trunk, which is large enough to hold your dual level charge cord and a little tire inflator kit. You got a divider in it, and this is magnetic the way it attaches. Magnets, great stuff, good stuff, very good. And then here, I'll close it. I wish Polestar would do away with that latch. Boom. And let's take a moment to look at the lighting. So quick, right? Very cool. Yeah, Polestar written on the interior there. Very nice. More details, right? So the accelerator pedal is bottom hinged. And that's cool to see. Here's a better view of the storage down here. The USB ports, USB-C, charge ports right there. Another cool detail I'm noticing is this little metal piece, if you will, that's in the seat backs, just on the inside of the bolsters. That's similar to what Rivian's got going on the seat bottoms and other places on the seat as R2, right? Very interesting. Very interesting. Very beautiful seat design. Okay, so we just listened to the audio in here, and it's very clear, it's very punchy. Seems like with the default settings, tone and equalizer, everything centered up, has a more like forward soundstage, I would say. But yeah, the sub, the bass, it is strong, it is clear. I still think my vote goes to Tesla for the best audio. I didn't love listening to Room or Stage. Room was my lead. The presets in this order. I liked Studio the best, with the focus set to all. Stage second. Room last. This is just a novelty, right? Listening in Gothenburg Symphony Orchestra. My goodness. It should be noted too, tangent, this driver display here, it moves with the whole steering wheel, so this is always going to be the view of it for you. You got the infrared there for driver assist and tracking of whatever to make sure you're focused on the road. I believe it's a full hands-on system. I'd be interested to know if you got to put input and torque into the wheel or if it's capacitive. We'll have to find that at a later date. And yeah, the view out and over the hood right now from where I'm sitting, let's see. So I just see the slightest bit. Yeah, that's probably representative of what I see right now from what would be my driving position. So you see a little bit of the hood there, and I can just see a hint of it right there. So you definitely feel like you're sitting down in the vehicle versus on top of it. Like when this is coming to stop, one thing, right? It's putting on the brakes, and I kind of hear a little, right? The Polestar 2 does this too. One pedal drive when coming to a complete stop isn't buttery smooth. See? It like grabs the friction brakes or something on the very end, and then when I ease in to the accelerator, it makes a noise coming up. Yeah, a little abrupt stop right there.
It is.
Now, maybe that's in part because we're on a hill, So like when we're on flat ground, we're on a sloping downhill. That's interesting. Well, we'll see when we're on flat ground. Yeah, here's flat ground, right? Yeah, it's still down sloping, but
Not much though.
yeah. So let's see. It's still sloping.
Oh, it doesn't do
But
it.
it's
the same
still, it's subtle. It's not as dramatic, but still doing it.
Yeah.
When, see?
Yeah, I do see now.
Most people would not notice that. The grab at the end there. Some EVs, the motors themselves can't bring you to a complete stop on one pedal, so there's some like braking and blending at the very end where the car brings you most of the way down on regen alone with the motors and then grabs the brakes at the end to hold you at the stop. And I think that's what's happening here.
What do you think of this car as compared to the Polestar 2?
Compared to the Polestar 2,
See.
people will love this. Compared, not, it's a green light, no green light chime, no green.
Whoops.
I mean, this is Polestar 2 is like a lifted sedan hybrid crossover thing, and this is proper electric SUV. It's not claustrophobic. It's open and airy. The cockpit, right, as it was described by Mike, Polestar 2 has a cockpit feel. And this feels like a regular SUV.
I do feel I'm kind of in between SUV and sedan seating position.
Okay, yeah, you don't feel like you feel like you're sitting down in the car versus on top of it.
Right.
These scooters being a full menace to the world.
A lot quieter.
Yeah, isolated from the outside world.
Really smooth ride. Look at that. Is that a Blazer EV? So to get out of this car and open the door, you lift this latch right here, which is ironically the emergency release for Teslas. All right, what do we got in here? How's the legroom?
Right? Yeah, so I have about a fist and an eighth.
And an eighth?
A fist and an eighth. A fist and a third between me and my seating position, but you're definitely seated more, I'd say bucket style, right? Notice the angle of my legs is slightly upward instead of being flat out like on a bench. I feel like I'm seated down in the vehicle.
This is nice.
The cup holder situation?
Well, not just cup holders. That's a really nice, flat, usable armrest. Big armrest.
Yeah, and super squishy and comfy for the elbow. Cup holder. This is rubber surround in the cup holder to fit different size drinks. Look at these bumpers here, that attention to detail. So when it goes back in, rest up against those. You can drop, it's the air suspension. You can lower the vehicle from in the rear.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'm gonna push that and let's see how quick it drops. Oh, wow, that's dramatic.
All right, do it higher now?
Okay. Right, super dramatic. So now we're gonna raise it back up. Wow.
Cool.
Get an angle over here that really shows. So I just commented that this load-in height was pretty high off the ground, but because of the air suspension, boom.
Quick
Drop
too.
down, squatted down. So earlier we were saying that this is giving a lot of Bolt vibes in this part of the tail lamp here. Right? This is giving Bolt back in here. But really cool detail in the tail lamp itself. right? These lines going all the way across. Got a rear wiper, brake light.
Not hidden, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, pretty darn tall. For reference, I am 5'2".
Okay. Height of vehicle compared to Katie.
Which is kind of similar to the R2.
Rivian R2, yeah. Yeah.
A couple inches taller than the R2, actually.
Right. Door handles deploy out when the vehicle is unlocked, and then they'll suck back in when it's in motion. Black plastic cladding and surrounds all around the vehicle. Got the larger wheels that come with the performance pack. Yeah, I think so. We'll have to go back to that video. Just rolling down the window. Cool detailing in the headlamp here. Gloss back plastic in the grill down here. Matte back plastic here. Pass through for the air. Some detailing in the taillight assembly. Very crystal, jewel-like in there. So it actually works well. That Blazer EV is right next to it. Yeah, low profile tire.
No,
or
low pressure.
Low
Compared
pressure.
to like, look how tall off the ground ours are.
Yeah, sidewall,
look
right?
Look at those ones.
So it's called.
No, not width, height.
Yeah, that's sidewall.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, sidewall, right? So this is a 17-inch wheel with big sidewall, and then more performance focused with the performance pack here. Less sidewall, lower profile tire design. Okay, lots of different materials and colors at play on the door and throughout the interior. Big contrast. So a leatherette-like material here. They're kind of wetsuit material on this part of the door panel. A black fabric, if you will. On this portion, LED lighting. Throughout, very thin strip of LED lighting. You can't really notice it in the day, but right now it's orange. You can turn it orange or white. I think those are only two options. Beautiful speaker grills. And then you got the Bowers & Wilkins tweeter on top. All right, there you have it. Our first look at the Polestar 3 and all the fine details of its exterior, interior, software, and everything in between. Now, Polestar 3, the one we looked at was the Launch Edition. So all Launch Edition come with the Pilot and Plus packs. The one that we experienced and drove had the Performance pack as well. These are all built overseas. If you configure a model year 2025 Polestar 3, it's going to be built in one of the Carolinas. It's going to be built in the US. So hopefully that means it will get the tax credit if it's under that $80,000 threshold. Speaking of price, I think it's important to consider the Polestar 3 in the context of the competition here today, coming tomorrow, and their prices, right? So Polestar 3 is in the same size class as Rivian R2 and Blazer EV. Blazer EV, of which is here today. Blazer EV starts in the $51,000 range, MSRP. Rivian R2, of course, they're saying, hey, it's going to start at $45,000 for the rear-wheel drive single motor variants, TBD on the battery pack size there. But Polestar 3 starts in the low 70s and goes all the way up into the high 80s. That is expensive. It's an awesome car. super interesting option, so many cool design details. And let's see, what else? It's quiet inside. That's something Katie and I really noticed. The seats are sublime. They're very comfortable. But at the price, I don't know. We got back in our Blazer EV after being in Polestar 3 and driving it around and experiencing it on 2 different occasions, right? As soon as it landed at the Polestar Spaces, I was one of the first to test drive it, and then came back to film the video on all the interior details and exterior details. But for me, personally, it'd be a hard sell at that price. It is truly something special for those that end up purchasing it. I'm rooting for them and their success. Competition is incredible, but for most people, I think they'd be better suited with something like a Blazer EV, which we'll do a video on and show you at some other point in time, or the forthcoming Rivian R2. I think that will really appeal. Those products will really appeal to the masses and what people truly want out of an electric vehicle and what they truly value. But for the discerning customer, I sure do appreciate the care that went into designing this product. A Polestar 3, what they call it, the SUV for the electric age, I think is their marketing material. So excited that it's coming to market, and go experience one at your local Polestar space. You can book a test drive online and let me know in the comments below what you think once you experience Polestar 3 for yourself. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to Drive to 5 for more content like this. It will really help our channel grow. All right, catch you in another one. Cheers.